Hello, my name is Prime, and welcome back to this episode of ATS Showcases, and today we are here in Kalispell. We're going to head down to Great Falls, going on some back roads here, some really nice twisty roads, and we're going to do that because I want to show off this sound mod, which is, as promised, the Detroit Diesel straight pipe engine mod that is available on the Steam Workshop. It is an amazing sound mod. I did the Cummins N14 version, the last ATS Showcase, so I'm doing the Detroit Diesel today, and of course I am driving the Freightliner FLD mod, which I've done before. The link for that is also down in the description. They're both Steam Workshop mods, amazing free mods indeed. Let's go ahead and get this 12.7 liter Detroit Diesel 60 series straight pipe started up so you can hear what it sounds like. Amazing sounds indeed. Let's go ahead and hop in the interior today, and like kind of last time, we're gonna have the windows rolled down just slightly on either side so you can listen. But listen to this FLD pull away. Beautiful stuff indeed. I'm running a 13-speed transmission today, so hopefully we get some little bit longer shifts in between so you can really hear that RPM range, and of course the turbo blow off as well, all that good stuff. You may have noticed it's slightly more in the evening for two reasons. One, I wanted to do an evening delivery, but in all honesty, it wasn't really by intention. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of messed that one up. And I kind of, well, let's just say I didn't change the time before I started recording. We're going to use some curb there, don't mind me. And, yeah, that's on me. I forgot to change the time, so it's roughly 6-ish in the evening in-game. So we're going to see how dark it gets by the end of this journey. It will take roughly 5 hours in-game, so we're talking, you know, 10:30, 11... ish into the evening, so it will be quite nighttime, but we haven't done that in quite some time, so I figured, you know what, let's do that for a nice change. Decided to come back in the Freightliner FLD. I was thinking of a truck to use this engine set with, and I got thinking, well, Freightliners use Detroit Diesels, at least they do now. I don't know necessarily when the FLD was more popular, shall we say, but even still, it is an amazing mod, amazing free truck mod that I've done a review in the past, so check out that ATS showcase, and I'll try and link it up in the card above if I remember. But I thought, you know what, let's bring it into this truck. I think it will work really well, and I don't know about you, but I think it really does. This truck looks so sharp. I did it in red tape. Let's listen to this pull away. Just fantastic indeed. And I also took the mod author's advice and slammed the audio all the audio sliders for the truck engine, or the engine sound, exhaust, and I guess turbo noise as well, all the way up to the max, and I do agree, it tends to sound very good. I think a long time ago I had turned those down slightly to fine-tune some other engine mod or something I had used prior, but this engine mod, and same with the Cummins M14 that I used last time, they are so well done. They have been mastered properly, so then even when you have them at max slider, there is no clipping whatsoever. If you turn out and around, stuff like that, there should be nothing to impact your game in terms of audio quality. So that is something I am very happy about, may I say, and huge applause to the mod author for that. But let's go ahead and make a right-hand turn, or veer right onto unknown road name, because Prime doesn't know this area very well. So yeah, let's talk about a few things, because we've got, well, between the last ATS showcase and now, we've actually got a Prime news, and that is on the Oklahoma industry/brands blog post. And you may be wondering, well, wasn't there already a blog post on the industries? Well, yes, more kind of in depth to a certain degree on a few of the specific Oklahoma industries and or ones that will be coming in as well, so the depots, so on and so forth. But in this industry, and, well, there's a train around here somewhere? Oh, there's the tracks right over there. Okay, I know we crossed them a little while back. I was just a little confused why it was dinging out my left-hand speaker of my headset. That is why, because it's on the left-hand side. That makes a lot of sense. But I was wondering, or you may be wondering why. There's more industries? Well, yes, there are. But this one went into a little bit more depth about the certain brands that are included with it as well, and the kind of rebranding of some, which I'll get to in just a second. So if you haven't seen that Prime news, I will have gone over this, but I'll do it a little bit in this video because we've got some time to kill, and why not? So in that blog post, they talked a little bit more about the tire factory, the bus factory, the river port, so on and so forth. We're running the red light. Sorry. I looked up and it was starting to turn red and I didn't want to slam on the brakes. A little bit of trucking liberty there because we have momentum. Well, imagine me doing quotations in the air with that. We blame it on momentum. But no, it is pretty cool. Some of those different industries that are coming in, and one that I would like to kind of point out, which is very interesting with the brands, is that Dynamax, however you want to say it, they basically stock ATS, and I believe ETS2 as well. Yes, ETS2 as well. Tire, there we go. I was thinking engine sounds. Tire manufacturer that you may recognize when you're configuring a truck. That brand is now actually going to be available in ATS for us to haul stuff around too, or at least starting in Oklahoma. And so with the brand the Dynamics kind of rebrand-ish thing that's happening, you can actually, well, deliver to the Dynamics plants and stuff like that, which I think is a very, very neat addition, if you ask me. A little bit of frameage issues here as we're going through some nice wooded areas. As far as I know, it is not the mod situation. This is just, sometimes my computer being, picky with stuff, and it's getting a bit better now. There we go. There are some planned upgrades here in the future, people. Don't you worry about that one. That hopefully should be eliminated not too far from now. But nonetheless, it's kind of cool that some of these brands that we've seen for years, in particular here in ATS, are now actually going to be implemented into an upcoming DLC map expansion, which, I don't know, I think that is very, very neat. Maybe that's just me being a little bit of an ATS fanboy. To each their own. But I do agree, or I do tend to believe that it's a very neat kind of correlation there, to have Dynamics in particular coming in as an extra brand that we've seen for so long, but now we can actually do something with, other than just run their tires, on our trucks. So I think it's pretty cool that way. And of course, other than that, we've got Kansas coming, and then after that, for those who have watched my What's Coming Next after Oklahoma and Kansas video, first of all, thank you so much for all the support on that video. Tons and tons of fantastic different predictions and thoughts and what people would like to see coming up in the ATS kind of world. What would their kind of vision be if they had control over the expansion of ATS? And I think it was very, very neat to see some of the different interpretations of what people would like to see. And the general consensus is that Nebraska would be coming next, and that was one of my predictions as well. But I do like to see that a lot of people are on the kind of overall, let's call it hype train or fan train of grouping some states together basically from here on out. I'm the strong believer of now, let's just start grouping some of these states together. Let's go going east or whatever. All these different DLC naming conventions have been used on the ETS2 side of things because they'll, cover multiple countries in one expansion generally. But it's going to be one of those things that I think for the ATS side, we're going to start seeing these going to the East Coast, going to, various areas, whatever you want to call it. I would not be surprised if we start having some of those, DLCs come out like that. And I think that would be really neat to have multiple states opened up at once. And although it may not technically be large areas in some cases, just having multiple states to talk about and the different features around them, I think would be a very much welcomed addition. Let's get some cinematic shots here on the most twisty and dangerous road possible through here. May not be the best idea considering the frame performance of the computer right now, for whatever reason that is. Not quite sure. I mean, there have been updates, here and there, and I haven't really been in a wooded area for too long, so maybe it's just the graphic settings I have kind of tuned in to run for some of the other general areas, not these, ultimately very beautiful areas, but I've never actually driven on this road either, so that may not be helping because it hasn't been kind of rendered in before, let's just call it that. I don't know if that really makes an impact. I'm not too much into know-how of how ATS and ATS2 work when it comes to discovered roads, and if there's any caching in terms of reloading the content or not, or if it's a fresh load, is it going to impact the performance? I'm not quite sure. So if anyone happens to know, please let me know down in the comments. That'd be great for me to actually kind of figure out, to be honest, to know a little bit more about. So around the channel, I'm going to be starting to do a lot more racing content as far as I want, or as far as I know, and I want to expand into some other simulators as well, kind of reach out and do some different things. Unfortunately, right now I've been very much limited on hardware, but I've kind of teased that before. There will be changes coming very, very soon for the performance side, as my hope. Oh, there we go. Lights. I shouldn't be surprised. I just turned on the lights. There's no automatic highlight or like lights in the game, as far as I know. But I turned it on. I wasn't expecting the glow of the LED or the gauge cluster. There we go. I wasn't expecting all the that color, for example. That's pretty cool. I don't mind that at all. So let's see if we can use some engine braking coming up here. I think we're going to be going uphill and then kind of downhill afterwards. I'd like to really test that out. Obviously, this sound mod is just incredible, and I don't know. I think it really matches well. Oh, listen to that. That is fantastic. Fantastic indeed. I'll say it a bunch in this video to see how weird I can say that. Line gee whiz. I'll say it a lot in this video, but it is truly incredible, these sound mods. Highly recommend them. They're free anyways, so give them a try with some of your favorite truck combinations. As far as I know, they work with quite a few different trucks. Now, this happens to be a mod truck. Definitely the ones in ATS, I'm sure it will work with pretty much all of them. But the mod trucks, some of them, will be hit and miss. Not quite sure if it says specifically on the post in the Steam Workshop if there are certain ones that is compatible with or not. But it seems to work. It seems to work with the Freightliner FLD quite fine. So I'll take that indeed, and I think a lot of us would indeed. So it looks like we're gonna have to be slowing down here, just up over the hill. So let's use some engine braking right here. Oh my, that may be one of the greatest Jake brakes I've ever heard in ATS. That is fantastic. Once again, using the fantastic word there again, but I don't think there's any way to explain it. That may be the single greatest Jake brake I have heard, either of all time that I can remember, or at least recently in ATS. That is absolutely fantastic. Oh my, that has so much depth to it. So good and realistic. As soon as I press that, I don't know if this sparks, I'm sure it sparks kind of memories for a lot of you guys. This just sounds so eerily similar to the other, Jake brakes I've heard in real life of these engines. I know that there's been trucks running Detroit diesels. I can see the badging, and then they turn on the Jake brake, and I hear that. Incredible. Incredible stuff indeed. So as far as I know, I got to turn right at the next intersection. So this, as I drive forward here, this is either going to prove me wrong as I slam into an invisible barrier that will very much become visible, or because I can't really tell, unfortunately. Let's see, I guess I could have zoomed in. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm not going to make a fool of myself. That GPS is quite small, and on my screen that I use right now, it's not too big. Not too big at all, so I really got to make sure that gets larger here. Oh, it's not even a turn. It's just a straight bend here. Well, that works out well for me, so we're going to go around. And we have actually got, I think, to make a left up here, or is it just another curve around? No, I think it's just another curve around. So we'll keep moving through this area. That's all good with me. I'm not quite sure, actually, how much farther we've got on this delivery, to be honest. I guess I could kind of gauge by the time it is, but I don't honestly care to check that. So we're just going to keep rolling along. We should be getting farther along as far as I know. But it's kind of different to be doing an evening delivery and into night, obviously, now. Hopefully everyone can see fine. I'm not going to try and do any brightness adjusting because it's going to blow everything out when it comes to lighting out of proportion else in the video. So I won't bother doing that. So hopefully you guys can see well, and hopefully your displays cooperate with the slight darkness levels. A lot of people happen to have IPS panels now. I'm very fortunate to have one. Didn't always have one for my main use, but I'm very fortunate to have one now. So hopefully everyone can see the video just fine. This is the reason why I generally don't happen to use or go into the evening and night Oh, shut off all the lights. Didn't mean to do that. I want the high beams on. High beam button and my light toggle button are pretty much on the same area of the D-pad. So Prime fumbled the D-pad on my wheel. Don't worry about that. But no, it's that's the main reason why I actually don't generally use or go on deliveries, I should say, in the evening. For that reason, it's just overall kind of, you know, I want to say just visual sake for everyone. Make it a little bit more even. Everyone's panel, everyone's display, whether you're watching it on a phone, a separate monitor, whatever device, TV. Normally, everyone can see standard daylight stuff perfectly fine, no issues. Colors may be slightly different per person, but that's to each their own. But still, everyone should see that just fine. Now, when it comes to evening, dark level performance, as many of us will know, varies quite a bit. So hopefully everyone can see stuff fine with this, and I'm sure it will be all fine. Normally there's no issues when I've done it in the past, but hopefully... oh, I left the high beams on. Sorry there, bud. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, hopefully it turns out fine for everyone. But yeah, I kind of honestly forgot to change the time to a bit more morning so we could get it done during the day. But you know what? It's fine. Shake it up a little bit. Doesn't hurt to do something a little bit different. Oh, wait, do I need... Oh, I'm just going straight. Don't worry about me. Again, GPS, really small. Not helping a lot here. The other thing is that when it comes to showcasing trucks and trailers and different stuff that I normally do, it's not as easy to see the truck when it's, you know, just kind of a silhouette. Now, luckily, I've done a first look of the FLD before, so once again, you can check out that first look video if you want to see more about the truck in details and some of the different options that come along with it. But in terms of, you know, this video was just sound mods, it works out fine with doing the evening delivery, and it shakes it up a little bit, as I've said. And, you know, we're in a different area. We've been to a few of these areas before, but not on that main kind of mountainous road that we went through there. So that's pretty cool. I think that's a train somewhere. I think so. Either that or someone's honking at me, but I don't know why, because I'm just doing actually either the speed limit or above. So I'm a lawbreaker. I am a rebel. Rebel of the streets. Rebel of the streets indeed. So let's see as we come around here. I think we are getting mighty close as far as I know. Actually, to be honest, thinking about it now, we may not be, because I do know that there's a highway section that takes us down into Great Falls. Oh yeah, there's train wherever it is. I can't see it, but I hear it. Don't know. It must be right. Oh, it's paralleling us. That's why. All right, that makes a whole lot more sense. Is it going to be doing that the whole stinking way? Well, that's going to be annoying. Hopefully it parts ways with us a little bit. But I really don't feel like it honking at us the whole way through the delivery, but it may just be like that. I think we're coming up to the highway section now, as far as I know. Or maybe not. I don't really know, but it's fine. We'll just keep driving along here. Oh, shut off all the lights again. Maybe we just won't bother with high beams. I gotta change that button. I've really gotta change that button or something. Actually, Rick, do you guys know if there's actual indicators, like indicator mods for ATS, like for button boxes and stuff like that, or like an actual indicator lever that you can do for a wheel attachment? Let me know. I think that would be absolutely fantastic to have, and I wouldn't mind that at all. Oh wait, I've got to come up here. What am I doing? What am I doing? We're going to Great Falls. We're not turning into some random spot. veer right. I like doing that, if you can't tell. But yeah, let me know if there's actually... I think there are some of those mods that you can buy, but let me know if you happen to notice any out there that are actually reparable. And I'll be more than happy to look into that, because there was a few changes around here, and I think that could be a very neat addition. And here's the highway. Knew we were going to get there eventually. I think it would be a really neat addition considering the amount of driving content I do. And I'm pretty sure it's a fairly simple thing to do, but it's mainly just, well, you know, it's just the way it is. But like, if let me know if there are the indicator / light kind of paddle-y things out there. That would be really cool. That would be really cool to have. I know I use the paddle shifters for my indicators right now on my wheel, but when it comes to the light controls, I know some of the really fancy ones I've thought I've seen out there, or maybe those were custom mods from people. They were actually, you know, proper. We're gonna actually pass this guy here. They were proper, full light, like proper working wiper and light switches and stuff like that, which and levers, which are really, really cool. That really makes the setup complete there. So once again, let me know if you guys happen to know of anything. Give me the name of it down below in the comments. I'll be more than happy to look into it, as I said, because that would be a very handy addition, and one that I think could play into what I'm going for here soon. Very soon indeed. Going for soon indeed. I think you get the point that it's going to be sooner than later. Considering I used soon, like, I don't know, what, 5 or 6 times in the last sentence or two? Big shock. Primism right there. So let's go. We're definitely getting close to Great Falls now, which is good because Prime's starting to lose it a little bit. Slightly longer delivery, can't really see that far ahead because, let's see, oh, we got the high beams one shot there. That's good. That is good. At least we didn't at least we didn't lose all lights when that happens. I'm kind of a bit spoiled, to be honest, because in real life my vehicle actually has automatic high beams and auto lights, as most vehicles do now. So when it comes obviously I can turn on and off the high beams, but generally speaking it just does it for me. And the lights, I honestly never touch my lights, like, ever. I leave it in auto mode, and it, you know, changes from daytime runners to, well, at least here in Canada we have daytime runners that have to be on all the time. Changes from daytime runners to, you know, the headlights on and then whatever. So I don't have to ever worry about it. So when it comes to doing stuff like this in ATS, I actually have to remember, as bad as it sounds, to, you know, turn on the lights and do different stuff. I normally have my side running lights, and some of you have noticed that before. I normally have my side running lights on just all the time. I do that mainly for just lighting up gauges in the truck, because it does add a little bit of lighting generally to it. The other reason is that I'm just so used to having some form of daytime runner on, it just doesn't look right to me not to have it on. So that's why I do it. And, I mean, it's perfectly fine. It doesn't hurt anything. As far as I know, there's no law against having your lights on. At least not your full headlights, but at least just side running lights. I don't think there's anything hurting it. And I think just kind of makes the truck look a little bit nicer. Even in the daytime, it just adds a little bit of extra light and detail around, and just something extra that's kind of active. I don't know. That's just kind of my 2 cents. That's my personal opinion on it. Again, everyone will have their own kind of saying what they think you should do with your lights. That's just what I think. And again, I'm running high beams while everyone's ahead of me. I am basically the worst, aren't I? I am really not running. Well, I guess the problem is I'm not used to. If I'm perfectly fine with high beams if I've actually got the proper, you know, traditional light lever that's behind your wheel. Again, don't have that. So I'm not used to doing that whatsoever, which is a bit of an issue. But we're going to be exiting here. And it sounds fantastic as we do so. Yeah, that Jake brake may be one of the greatest Jake brakes I've heard in a long time here in ATS, if not ever. I'll have to probably do a ranking of the Jake brakes at some point. That would be a really cool thing to do. But this sound mod, I can't say it enough. Amazing. Same with the Cummins N14. And honestly, I didn't even have all the sound up on that one either all the way, which was on my bad there. But it is a fantastic mod. Same with the truck, the Freightliner FLD, fantastic mod. Plenty of options. Great performance. I haven't noticed any performance hindrance using this truck. For example, now locked at 60 frames per second. I can tell from my monitor. Perfectly fine. No issues. It's all said and done. Any performance issues that you've seen in this video is down to my PC and my dinky little GTX 1650, which albeit is a very good car, but I am pushing it to its absolute max, trying to record at the quality that I do. It is running pretty hard, I will say that. Not quite sure. How am I supposed to get off of this joint? Am I exiting and then going around, or I don't know what that GPS is doing. Actually, I'm going to go to the map just so I'm not completely lost. What in the world am I doing? Okay, so I do have to turn, I think, and I have no idea what that is. So we're just going to find out as we go. I just won't go too crazy fast along here. And we're going to find out how I get off of this place. I have no idea. Or maybe I have to go around and then loop around. Maybe that's it. Yeah. Oh, we gotta exit here. Yeah. Okay, so I gotta come off here and go around. This is maybe one of the most confusing interchanges I have ever seen in my life. Or at least the kind of road network around here. So then we gotta continue around. And then do we have to swoop all the way around, or is the GPS just being, like, annoying and not letting us just driving to the spot and like turn across the lane or something? I don't know, unless if it's a one-way down here, which I guess is an option. I'm not quite sure though. It kind of seems strange for it to be and like that. Because yes, we're swooping around, but we should be just coming up to the delivery point right here. So what was the GPS doing? Oh, we do actually have to go all the way up and around. Oh, I see how it is. Exit, swoop around, and the driveway goes or like the laneway or whatever, for the business goes all the way up and around. And there's no access from this side. Ah, I get it now. I get it. There we go. Prime's brain kicking in the gear. Way to go, bud. Got there eventually. It's hard also at night because you can't really see that well. At least I can't. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But let's go ahead and turn in here, and we'll get to the delivery point, which is good. These guys apparently need some pallets. So I guess we gotta make another right around here. There we go. And we'll head into the plant. I think straight ahead is probably a good way to go. Yeah, probably. So let's see. Maybe not straight ahead to go. No, I should have gone a different way. Did I mess that up already? I sure did. I should have veered right. I didn't veer right. All right, let's reverse this thing. Reversing blindly into potentially oncoming traffic. That is a fantastic idea if you ask me. But, you know what? It's the Prime Simulation way. Semi-realistic for as long as, or as much as I try, but there's only so much to my absolutely brilliant maneuvers to make it as realistic as I can. Yeah, no, you gotta have some flexibility when watching me. If you're too serious, then you know, may not be the greatest place. I do try to have some realism in play here, but there are times where you've just gotta kind of, you know, make do with what you've got and not have to worry about all the realism there. I didn't know why I used the mouse there. Sorry about that. Didn't need to be all herky-jerky. Did not need to do that at all. I don't have any clue where I'm delivering this thing. I think it's around this way. I think. I probably should have gone a different way, but we're just gonna snake our way around. Oh no, it is here. Is that... And that's a reverser. All right. Haven't actually had to reverse a delivery, and if you haven't noticed, for quite some time around here. And it's a blindside reverse. Lovely. Just lovely indeed. Am I gonna actually be able to do this without cheating? I don't know. We're gonna give it a try though. I'm not one to back down from a challenge. Let's see what I can do here. Because I can't really see that way, and I've got a whole whack of junk around along the top of the facility here. I don't know if I'm cutting in the trailer enough. It's a long trailer. We're gonna cheat for the first bit. And there's a train going by right there. Who knew? Let's see. Okay, maybe once we get there, I'll try and reverse it in from here. So absolutely cheating my way around. Oh, come on. Save it without taking out the stuff out front. Oh my, I may have actually done it. I may have... You know what? This may be one of the most impressive things I've done in a long time here in ATS. Let's get around back this way. I don't want to skip the parking. The game's just like teasing me. Okay, well, I'm nice and straight now. So now I can just reverse like this. And we should be just fine. Well, would you look at that? He's actually done it. A little bit of cheating, but not anything that severe. And again, I don't think I'm really parking that straight, but honestly, I don't really care. It's not that bad, so I'll take it. Thank you guys so much for watching. What an incredible engine mod. And speaking about it, why don't I go ahead and shut it off? Sounds pretty good to me. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, great mods, both the FLD and the Detroit 60 series straight pipe engine mod. Fantastic indeed. Highly recommend them. They're great in combination as well, as you can tell, and I definitely check them out. They're free once again, so it's no harm done in just trying them out. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.